Hello, hello, hello. Just getting this started right now. Hello, Favorian. For those of you watching, Favorian is my beautiful, wonderful wife, just right here at the beginning. Gonna catch the stream. And today we are going to be playing some Assassin's Creed Syndicate. There we go. Hi. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games. 90% because of the setting. I love anything to do with kind of Victorian steampunk-esque, and you can see right from the get-go. We got gears, we got Victorianness. This is set in London. Everything that I'd ask for. And this game was also being streamed at my wife's request. Let's get the sound on. You should be able to hear the game audio now. So we're just going to dive into it and get things going. I am just going to preface this real quickly. I am streaming on a Steam controller, so I'm going to get a little bit used to the feel at the first.
Is your playground, Abstergo.
Sorry if any of you had an echo there. That should be fixed now.
Hello, Initiate. Recently, Abstergo Historical Research began several new projects in London. We both know that when Abstergo makes big moves, the Templars are up to something. We think they're hot on the trail of a new piece of Eden. I've got people in London looking for it.
Hey, Bishop! Jacob and Evie Fry are twins. How awesome is that?
Speak of the devil. Fire up your cameras, Beck. I've got picture. ETA on the payload?
Sending it now.
A lot to sift through. I'm gonna get the Initiates on it ASAP.
You look weird with a weapon. Let's plant a little bug and see what we can see. Got something. Isabel Ardant has a meeting here in a few hours. Doesn't say with who.
Doesn't say with whom, Rebecca. I suppose it's down to Muggins here to find out.
Hold on. The mission was to find data to locate a piece of Eden in London.
We did.
And now, I am eager to try this new kit.
I don't like it when those two go off book like this. Well, all we can do is take a deep breath and move forward. You'll be searching for the piece of Eden through the lives of Jacob and Evie Fry, twin assassins who operated in Victorian London. Your first set of genetic memories are downloaded. Good luck.
Brother George, it is as I feared. London has fallen. Thrice I have written to you begging your aid. Thrice you've responded with silence. And yet I write again. So desperate my need, so few my options. I need you. London needs you. You would say it is too great of a task, or that it is not yet time to strike. Patience, you would counsel. But whilst you wait, the Templars consolidate their power. They have chosen a Grand Master so ruthless, so thorough. One might think Reginald Birch himself had returned. His name is Crawford Starrick, and he intends to rule the world. There is no aspect of society he does not control, no industry that escapes his grim touch. By day, it is corrupt merchants and venal politicians who hold court. Come night, a vicious street gang known as the Blighters strikes terror in the hearts of all. There is no business untainted by his poison, no person unexploited, be it by duplicity or force. Our enemy has designs on the highest office of them all. And so, as you look inward, and dare I say it, afraid, Crawford Starrick's ambition is fixed on the beyond, to kingdoms and continents as yet unconquered, though not for long, for he knows, as I have warned you time and time again, whosoever controls London controls the world.
There's going to be a lot of cutscenes right here up front, so I do apologize. I will try not to talk during cutscenes, just so those who are watching can kind of enjoy the story, kind of figure out what's going on. I will talk outside of cutscenes, but obviously, just during the cutscenes I'll try to be
The
quiet.
iron ship's from here. The Templar running things is Rupert Ferris and our target 1. Target 2 is Sir David Brewster, who's got his hands on a bauble that could ruin us in this wretched war. Think you both can handle it?
Shout out to
What
the
a
pocket
question.
watch just hanging there.
All right. My mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, the unstoppable Fry twins. See them nightly at Covent Garden.
George, honestly, I've studied the plans of the laboratory and have every route covered.
And I've got all I need right here. I'll extend your regards to Ferris.
Chat later, George. We have a train to catch.
Jacob! Evie! May the creed guide you, you vagrants!
Poor man, more afraid than ever. The years have not been kind.
Evie Fry, where do you get it from?
The same place as you, Jacob.
Have fun.
Don't die.
How long does he intend to go on like this? He's disrupting the other workers. Shut his trap and get the machine fixed. And send me some laudanum for my head.
Coming right up.
We are in control. Alright. It'll take me a second to kind of get back used to the controls. I have played through this game a fair bit. I have not beaten it. I have not 100%ed it. Steam controller's a little bit sluggish. We're going to have to make a couple adjustments there. Just give me one moment. Gameplay. No HUD options. General. Maybe? It's under controls? There's camera sensitivity. Sensitivity. Here we go. Let's bump those up a bit, see if that's any better. Might need to make a couple more adjustments as we go. Yeah, I can't. Okay. Let's bump this up all the way, see if that works. We might have to make an adjustment with the Steam controller itself. We're gonna give that a try and see how that works. We might need to make some more adjustments as we go. But for right now, we're gonna try to make one last little adjustment. Basically what it's doing is, rather than being a continuous look, it's acting like a trackpad. So I can only turn it in small bursts. Let's go. See if this pulls up. Give me 1 second while I make a quick adjustment. Should still be able to hear the game and me. Just gotta access some settings. Okay. Which aren't going. Here we go. that fixed. Put this back on to the game for y'all. There we go. Back to the game. Run down to the store over here. We're gonna get a little bit of dialogue about the door being closed.
Locked.
What do you think you're doing?
And we will just keep
No
on
one goes
going.
in or out, unless there's a problem.
Nice.
I hold the machines. That door opens, and I have my route to Ferris.
Let's run over here. Oh, wrong button. And you get used to the controls again. It's gonna be a lot of wrong buttoning as we get kind of just play this. Get this taken care of. That did not work like I intended to. That's okay. You know, we can always just recalibrate, readjust, look to jump where we need to. Just try. Nope. The Steam controller does not fare kindly to this game. I had a long-running joke on my Dark Souls streams that because I was playing on a stream controller, it was going to be a little bit more difficult. And it barely affected it at all. Long and behold, we come to Assassin's Creed, and we're going to have a bit of a fun time here. That's okay. We'll get used to it. Learn, adjust, adapt. Living is about evolution, evolving, learning to adapt to your environment. Do that quite easily. Just take a little bit of time. Still watching, Victorian? Or did I lose you with all the settings adjusting? Yeah, you still there?
What's all this? Which one of you is responsible?
Yay! A little chaos with you? Either of them?
Sanitary inspector. This man is dead.
You're the dead man. Run along home. I'll teach you how to beg for mercy.
Go. Nice little bit of brawling. It's like one of the biggest differences between this and Assassin's Creed. In here, it's like you have all day to hit that counter button. Just got Child 2 out of the bath. A breaks defense. Those of you who do not know, Favorian, my wonderful wife, is currently taking care of both of our kiddos. And it just sounds like Child 2 has had a either great or terrible time, depending on her mood. Casual stroll. To the door. I always love in video games when they have to push open these just like comically large doors. Like approach it, just get both hands on it and just push as hard as they can. Because let's be real here, any one of us who's approached a door like that, you're just opening one side of it. You don't just walk right in the middle, you just push one side open and walk on through. We gotta be dramatic in video games. All about presentation. Both hands, push both doors open, dramatically walk in. There you go. Okay, right trigger, left. Okay, just rip it down. Got it. Detection. Thank you for the pop-up on detection. I'm pretty sure that that guy has spotted me already, though. Something tells me that the man I just had jumped onto spotted. Let's loot him. We got three pounds, I believe. The Victorian England, so I believe they still use pounds sterling. So I'm going to say pounds until someone more proper corrects me. I think that's. I'm like 90% sure that's the sign for pounds. A little bit of a run and boop. And then no one notices. This is why you treat your employers well. If you don't treat your employees well, no one's gonna say anything when you randomly get assassinated on a work day. Just saying. Want another 3 pounds. Are you just like expected to carry 3 pounds? Is that like part of your uniform when you're working for these guys? Must carry 3 pounds on yourself at all times. Oh, throwing knives full, but we got some throwing knives. Mixed it up a little bit. And another 3 pounds. Casually walk over here and open this large door. Into the foundry we go. Oh, now it wants us to be stealthy. Sneaking makes you harder to detect. Yep, stealth ring shows enemies. Perfect. Oh, and we can do eagle vision.
Airships.
Get a good view of what's going on.
Incredible, isn't it? Who told you?
Now you see, if this was not the Assassin's Creed tutorial, but the Shadows of Mordor tutorial, I'd now give this guy a kiss. But this is Assassin's Creed, so here we are. If any of you have played Shadows of Mordor, you immediately know what I'm referring to. That just reminds me so much. Just walk up to those barrels, and it just reminds me so much of that, the opening tutorial in Assassin's Creed. Not Shadows of Mordor. Hammering of the foundry. These big, like, industrial, steam-powered machines are just some of the coolest things.
Stop that trespasser!
Thieves can apparently see me, so they aren't going to be so stealthy anymore. But 3 pounds? 3 pounds. Spot on the money. These big old steam-powered machines, terrible for the environment. And just so fascinating to look at, though. Basically like just steam-powered pressures hammering this massive steel bar.
Looks like he's got a
Anyway. Am I going the right way? I feel like I'm not going the right way. We've got a ladder here. Sneaky, sneaky up the ladder, right past them. Don't know where I'm going, but let's try to drop. There we go. Do a nice little sprint. I feel like I shouldn't have gone up this high. Let's do a little bit of a drop. Climb up here. There we go.
We got a visitor! I'll tear you apart!
It's okay, these are level 1 guys. Nice little outline of where I was last spotted, and 3 pounds. The currency of choice expected by all evil guys within this foundry to have. Don't forget your 3 pounds. Running. Someone spotted me.
Get to work.
I think it was probably him then. I guess that's what the red arrow means, that he's over there. He's just not coming this way, so I'm not gonna really worry about him right now. Just casually walk into the deep parts of the foundry. We got an apartment within an apartment, or a building within a building. I always see these because I know I've seen these things.
Mr. Ferris, sir. The lad in the factory should be taken to be bandaged by the apothecary.
Fine. But dock his wages.
Yes, sir.
Shall we arrive at a final price, Mr. Ferris?
Assassinate Ferris is the goal. Anyway, I was saying, I've definitely seen these things, like these buildings within buildings. Before, but it's like, I've always kind of wondered, is this more of a situation when, like, they were building it, like, well, we want to have the offices be able to overlook the foundry portion? So, you know, we put the office-like buildings here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna put it out when I get a little bit closer. It's like, did they build it intentionally, or some of the times it almost looks like they had a building there and then decided to just build a factory off the front of it. I was curious, kind of how that kind of came to be. What inspired the process there? Morning hot scene. I'm actually probably going to say, given what I know about working conditions in this era, that's probably one of the most anachronistic things that they have in here. It's like a warning sign. This guy up. 90% sure when they gave him brass knuckles, it was just so that they could have like these boxing scenes. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. You have this building, and it's a building within a building. And it's like, did they build it intentionally to look like a building within a building? Which is something I 100% could see Victorians doing. They took extra to the next level. Or was it like, there was this building here, and they decided to, for lack of a better word, build a factory off of it? I'm assuming it is... I'm going to assume that it's the former. That they needed a building here, so they designed it this way. But I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Provide the raw material to build several new trains. I expect a knighthood for this. No, don't mind that.
Giga Air assassination? Yes, we can.
It is done. Oh? What did you accomplish, boy? A bolt loosened in Starrick's machine. A large bolt, but not enough.
Your Grandmaster will fall.
You assassins can circle London to your heart's content. The mechanism we have built has been going strong for 100 years, and will run 1,000 more. It is the very city itself.
We will take London from your hands.
From Croydon? You lurk in the shadows like a coward. I doubt it.
I don't know if this is something that's ever kind of explained in the Assassin's Creed games. They do a lot to try to explain a lot of the weird things, but it's like this momentary zoom pause down where they have this conversation. It's great from like a cinematographic angle, and I love it for storytelling. I actually really don't see any issue with it as a gameplay mechanic, but I'm just wondering if they've tried to give some kind of like half explanation, like it's the mingling of the DNAs and the memories of the two or something like that. But I don't know. Also, when I assassinated him, his hat fell off, and now he's wearing his hat. The reason I picked him up is I know this is the bad guy, but I just wanted to appreciate the Just throw it. Trying to get him in a better spot. I just want to appreciate his aesthetic here for a second. We got a bowler cap, well matched. Let's see if we can set him down nicely in the light. Yeah, kinda. Bowler cap, well matched. We got a nice duster, kind of off brown vest, pinstrip pants, nice shoes. So really good little Victorian aesthetic on that guy. Top it all off with a bowler cap. 10 out of 10. Granted, Jacob's aesthetic here too. The untucked shirt, patched jacket. It really kind of shows the 'cause like whenever you see Victorian and like Victorian art depicted, they always love to go for this very ornate style dresses, top hats and everything, which was very like for the era. People wanted to really kind of Victorian era was all about dressing up and kind of really accentuating everything. Big frills, narrow waists on women because of the corsets. It was all very intentionally ornamental and over the top. But what you don't usually see depicted very well is kind of the grimier, the working class situation. You know, someone he's got a patch jacket, working boots. Just the people who are like they're dressed in the clothes of the time period, but they can't be overly ornamental. And you get it a couple times. Like I've seen it done before in some Christmas movies. Hello. Say hi and love you. Have a good day, big bro. Shout out to Rose there. Rose is my wonderful sister, joining the chat for a second just to pop in and say hi, and she loves me. I love her too. She's an amazing sister, and out of 10. Let's rerun down before I get in trouble here. We're gonna do that nice and cheekily. It's fine. This is the first level. It's incredibly hard to mess up even if I try. Assassin's Creed does really well is letting you feel incredibly overpowered in these fights against like 30 people. Part of the reason why is, just be entirely honest, in traditional Hollywood fashion, they follow the one guy fights at a time cliche. You know, there's like 6 of them there. If they all ran in at me once, even as the best assassin in the world, I'm not going to be able to take them all.
What's your bottle, boys?
Train conductor just trying to stop the train. You see him bail off? You see him bail off? That's like, because otherwise he is definitely dead if he doesn't bail off. Also, Jacob Fry deciding to outrun a train rather than jump off the side works, but I feel like it would have been better doing what the conductor did.
We seem to have made an unscheduled stop.
Climb down. You still here, Rose, or have you already taken off? It sounded like you were just popping behind. For anyone new, there is a delay between when chat updates on my end. I do apologize.
Maybe next time I'll walk.
There we go. Beautiful. First mission complete. On to the second. And we get to play as the lovely Evie Fry. who, between the two of them, they definitely did a much better job kind of getting this really... I'm not sure how period accurate it would be, but Evie's Fry has a very just strong look. I feel like it works for the setting of the game, and it would also work... It would work almost like at any steampunk convention, you know? It's just got that real nice, crisp elegance to it. But they also managed to kind of bring in the fact that she's not wearing this Victorian dress, which is why I kind of say I'm not sure how period accurate it is.
Guard quarters. Brewster's laboratory. This is where the piece of Eden will be located. No loose ends. Now, decouple the locomotive and create a diversion.
Well, where is it? Huh? Where's Brewster's supplies? Meter.
Also, her eyeliner game is on point. Something I don't actually have a lot to comment on. I don't know a lot about Victorian style makeup, but...
Who's that?
Non-Victorian
Time to deploy the diversion.
Very nice, subtle eyeliner game there. Apparently we're going on top of the roof. That's okay. Not what I intended. And I also know it wants
I'm on my way, Sir
really
David.
wants me to use the throwing knives right now. I don't feel like using the throwing knives right now. So we're not going to. Because the tutorial is not costly. But the 3-pound standard does still continue.
Hello, boys.
He's an inventor. He made that tube. What used to
I love the little emphasis of the hat falling out. That is one heck of a long-winded but great finish scene there with the sword cane. Which is another one of the reasons why I think I prefer playing as Evie for a lot of these scenes. It's the sword cane. The sword cane is just such a much cooler weapon than brass knuckles. It was like when they were designing it, it's like, okay, so we're gonna give one of them a sword cane, super stealthy weapon, perfect for assassins. Used for both lethal and non-lethal situations. And for the other, we're gonna give brass knuckles. But I will say, while brass knuckles are not as cool, they do really fit. Oh, that's something I need to look. Brass knuckles really do fit Jacob's aesthetic. Like that. He's the bruiser. He's not the brains guy. He's not the elegant one. And that is... yeah, just the brass knuckles really work for him. Now that we've gotten our little shiny, let's continue on our way to the front of the train.
Smells like Jacob's cooking.
I think we've all had days where we cook like that. Happy little train conductor. We shouldn't ride like here in a stealth situation. I'm pretty sure people are gonna notice the they're leaving here. I'm not even sure if the... it'd be a very hard position to hold long term. Now the conductor should definitely notice me. This is not paying attention. Oh, detach. I'm supposed to detach these things. That's my bad. This is why you should pay attention rather than just talking aimlessly.
That should keep you busy while I head into your lab.
I feel I mean, I guess the train might just continue. Oh, she makes it looks like she takes over the chain herself. I'm guessing.
Follow me down the tracks.
You stay here.
Never mind.
And keep a
About to
lookout.
make
All right. I'll shout if I get any bother.
First for
Yeah,
a
we
bird's eye
dived
view.
off and basically just sent an
Can't
empty
be too
train.
careful.
Not your concern. Bring back the cargo.
He noticed me, so we're gonna let him casually approach. And have all of them notice me at once. That's okay. Again. This is the opening part. While you can mess up like I did right there, it's really hard for that to be the end of what you're doing. So again, you do the nice one at a time, wait your turn fighting style. Occasionally, you get someone being a little bit adventurous, but it doesn't last long. Let's do a little bit of looting. See, the 3-pound standard stays consistent, of which it most certainly does. How's my health doing? My health is recovering. Health is the white bar on the bottom left. Kind of curving up on the bottom left of the mini-map there. There is a mission goal here at some point, I believe. We're going to try to do all optional achievements as we play. Don't know how much we'll stick to them, but we are going to try them. Zooming there. Okay. 2 guys there, 1 guy there. There's a hiding spot there. It wants me to reach here anyway. I'm going to assume that I'm going to jump right into the hiding spot.
Weeks with the device.
Your questionable practices are beginning to draw unwanted attention. You have been given more than enough time to achieve results, Sir David.
I was unaware that you expected me to perform like a cocker spaniel.
Permit me to remind you of your obligation to the Order.
Miss Thorne, you ride me like a racehorse.
Sir David. I will return tomorrow. If you have not unlocked the device's secrets, forget your dogs and horses. I will leave you to the wolves. Good day.
I was merely promised a tour of the premises, my lords.
Who sent you?
It's one of Green's spies.
Get that man to interrogation. Then I want him brought to the lab.
What a pity. But no deviations from the mission.
Right. So, something worth mentioning. It's gonna have this equal vision here. Assassin's Creed loves to use genuine historical figures to some extent. Obviously, the story is a work of fiction, so you're not gonna have like, you know, nothing about like the Assassin's Creed game isn't going to be true, and people who are often depicted as villains aren't always going to have necessarily been terrible people. It's kind of one of the things about Assassin's Creed. I will, however, say it's kind of an interesting fact about the gentleman in with whom we saw there, the doctor, is that is the man who, I'm not going to read the little historical blurbs on stream, but he is the man who both invented the kaleidoscope, random thing, but also was continuously, that was bad.
She's beating it! She won't get away!
I want to do the optional mission there, so I'm actually going to try to hide and see if they go back to standing blatantly under a trap. know, he made a vast majority of his career trying to disprove Charles Darwin and evolution theory. One of his major roles and contributions to society is a lot of kind of bad science trying to disprove Darwin. Who commonly accepted, let's be real, Darwin, evolution, we know what happens. We've seen it within the lifespan of humanity with certain creatures, so especially on a microbial level. But yeah, that's the little Templar scientist's claim to fame, is the kaleidoscope and trying to disprove Darwin. Who also makes an appearance in this game. Fun fact. I don't think they're going to go back to their perfect little ambush point, sadly. That's okay. We'll probably just skip this. We can always come back and get the, do the optional objectives later. Gonna ladder stream, I am planning to 100% this on streams. That is the goal. So every mission, every collectible, etc. So we're gonna be doing streams that are much more story focused, and then we're gonna do some kind of casual chatty streams where the focus is just a little bit more just having fun collecting items. They're probably going to be saved a little bit more for like late night, couldn't quite sleep streams, stuff like that, but we'll enjoy them nonetheless. I do feel like out of any game that I'm going to be streaming on my channel, this one's probably going to just generally speaking be the slowest. And that's okay. I don't mind a nice little slow stream. You know? But this game, it wasn't very popular when it came out, in terms of Assassin's Creed games. Assassin's Creed is a little bit of a notoriously buggy game.
Perhaps I can aid this interrogation.
And Syndicate was no exception to that rule. Put it that way. And so a lot of people, especially when compared to the first Assassin's Creed games, were not a fan of this one. And that's a fair understanding. I understand. I do personally love this one, both for the Victorian setting and just kind of for the way it plays. I actually don't think it's too badly designed. I do have some complaints with it, things I thought they could have done better, particularly with the gang mechanic. But that's only because there are other games who've done similar things, like at the same time period, a little better. That's okay. It's still a wonderful game that I enjoy dearly, and we are going to really enjoy.
That's the stuff.
Cutscene.
Ah, thank you kindly. I was in ever such a squeaky fix when, what do you know? You rescue me.
Where's the hidden laboratory?
Untie me, and then we can parley, my lady.
I'm pressed for time. Tell me now.
It's underground. Requires a key. One of the guards nicked mine, cheeky sod.
Thank you.
Now? Untie me?
You got yourself in. I trust you can get yourself out again.
Not to worry, my lady. Can still recall a couple of tricks from me carnival days.
Charming.
I think it's implied that he goes out the window there, but I'm just gonna say if he can pull that off, I just personally think we should be spending every bit trying to recruit that guy to the assassins. I always feel like there should be more things I can loot in Assassin's Creed. Oh, that's a hiding spot. Hello. No need to get over there. There's very nice music in this game. Just little subtle plucking of strings there in the background. Very pleasing to the ear. Some woman. That is incredibly rude, sir.
You can't face me!
And the double kill. Seriously though, her sword cane? Perfect descent. Where did you come from? Her sword cane is probably one of like the perfect just assassin-esque weapons. Especially because if you watch her use it, it's got like all kinds of like little flipping out blades and all that. Just 10 out of 10. I much prefer it even like over the hidden blade. Which, I think I do have a hidden blade at this point in time. Could be wrong. I can't remember if I start with the hidden blade or if I get it later. It's eagle vision. I can't see anything because of the building. Because I haven't got my eagle vision leveled up to see through the walls yet. See something better now.
Will have your guts for garters. Let's have a butcher's downstairs then. I want to see that artifact. Not if you value
not
your
sneeze
life.
there. I lost. The sneeze won. That is why my headset has a fast mute button for when it is needed. How y'all doing in the chat? Still just chilling there, Favorian, enjoying the stream, watching the chaos?
I'll go downstairs into the passage all quiet like. She's not allowed in here!
I don't know if I was supposed to kill him, but there was a steal, but I assume I'm supposed to kill him. It's not like they're going to let me just chill in this place. Huh, yeah, you're still there? How's Chaos doing?
There's a trespasser there!
They doing good? You good? Is Boyo enjoying the stream? I can't tell. I don't know if Assassin's Creed would be a game that would catch his attention or not. 'Cause I know he still wants his one-on-one Minecraft, which I'll get him sometime.
Got it.
He's playing Legos. Oh, I'm a little jealous now. That's what I was thinking. Something that I think I'd love to do on stream sometime. It'd have to be if I get a separate camera than just my laptop one. You know, maybe when we're a little bit more situated, if I have a little bit of an office space, it wouldn't hurt to have a little camera. I would love to do a Lego stream. Like, get a Lego set that we'd be interested in, or even pulling out one of the ones we have, and just building it on stream. Or use your laptop for a bit. Yeah, just have it, like, rather than playing a video game, just have it be the camera and building a Lego set. I think that could be really fun. I've definitely watched streamers do that in the past. Let's run along these. So we could like pull out the... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, the medieval set. And that'd be a really fun one to do. That is not where I wanted to end up. The medieval set, or even rebuilding the Shire one. Can I can. Okay, there's Wally. There we go. It's completely parted and inventoried. Is it parted like to the pieces or parted just into bigger parts? Because I thought we took it entirely apart, didn't we? Like piece by piece. Every piece counted to the manual. Yeah, I remember doing that with the Hobbit hole, I thought. At least I think I was there for it. It's funny what the mind can do. Where you've done something in the past, but you're unsure if it was recently. Both? Okay. Yeah. It's very easy to create a fake memory, or to even, like a real memory, but have it out of order in terms of which time it was. So now we're in here, we need to find the secret lab. Which I cannot for the life of me remember where it is. Got a nice golden target icon anywhere?
What's Sir David up to in there?
Don't know and don't care to ask. Cause at night, the grapes glow with an unearthly light, as if the dead are climbing up out of hell itself.
Oh, I'll get the poet. What else?
Ain't nothing else, and you should keep to
Can I
your word.
get an assassination angle on these guys?
They're screaming.
Don't think I
Try
can.
business and get back to work.
Is there anything over here?
There you
That's
are.
what I'm looking for.
The entrance to Brewster's lab.
Not really a hidden entrance. Not sure why I thought it was a hidden entrance.
They've gone up!
Come on. Here we go. Oh, loot. Eventually you can get a level up skill that lets you auto loot. That is something I desperately need. We will get it. Hit the wrong button. Unhooded myself before I went in. That's okay. This nice little slow opening cutscene. Close the door behind. You know, again, men working overhead. Like, the one thing I know about Victorian times is that working conditions were very poor, and I just don't think, like, on a train yard, they would have a warning sign. I could be wrong. I don't know the history of warning signs, but I do know that getting warning signs and proper marking and safety equipment was like a massive, massive achievement
Back on track.
labor rights organizations. Ooh, I leveled up. You could be wrong. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure we did part it out. I remember parting it out. Just not sure what. Do I only have one option? The rest of these show mission rewards. I think I only have one option. That makes it easy, at least. I was quoting you. I could be wrong. Oh, yeah. I thought you were just quoting as far as the Lego pieces. Yeah, I could be wrong. I probably should say that much more than I do in my day-to-day life. I talk with a lot of confidence sometimes. Oh, so I have to get the double assassination. And now I can spend the other one on whatever I want. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm a very confident, facting kind of person where I just say stuff like, this is a fact. And realistically, it's probably not an accurate fact, but you know that. You married me. You deal with me doing that all the time. I apologize in advance. Okay, Eagle Vision. Eagle Vision would be good. So this is a useful skill. That's useful, and all of these are useful, but I think I'm gonna go for this one just because I'm lazy. Because I hate having to loot everything. Yeah. Yeah, no, you married me. You know I'm bad at that. I fake fact all the time. Oh, you're quoting... Oh, I missed the reference. She was quoting the wonderful Cabin Pressure. There we go. I could be wrong, but it looks like we're about to crash into a mountain. This makes me scared of the mountain. If you have not watched Cabin Pressure, or listened, it is a radio show, or one of the last of the rare breed of radio shows. I do highly recommend Cabin Pressure. It stars Benedict Cumberbatch before he was famous, which just makes it all the more better. And and written by John Finnemore. England's probably one of my favorite comedians of all time is John Finnemore. Ooh, 154 euro, or not euros, pounds. We rolling in the dough. Now I'm gonna have cabin pressure quotes stuck in my head all day. Not that that's a bad thing. I still have not found this lemon that you have supposedly hidden. I'm going to have you know that now. Haven't quite had a chance to do a full look for it, but I have not found it. Come on, climb? Can I not climb any higher? Go, go. Just, I want to cheat. Not... Screw this pipe. We're swimming. In Assassin's Creed 1, the water killed you. And I'm not sure when they added it in, but I believe you could swim in Assassin's Creed 2, but it might still have been dangerous. I do have Assassin's Creed 2, so we might actually get some streams of that too in the future.
Piece of Eden.
Increase the electricity. But it'll become unstable, sir. You heard what Miss Thorne said. We need results now.
Sorry for weird noises if you can hear them. I make weird noises. Whether or not the mic picks them up will be the real question. Probably should keep my hood on. Yeah, like the cloth wiggle. Just... You're not gonna say anything? I murdered a guy in front of you, and you're just going to sit here staring at your man. You were by far the worst employee the Templars have ever hired. Props to you. Yeah, throw your arms in the air. Stare at your math. Wear your stylish vest and blue button-up shirt. Yeah, he's too busy nerding out over his math. You know, you got to appreciate a good math equation. I've always wished I knew a little bit more. We're gonna walk back over to math board here for a second. Hi, math board. I've always wondered, like, I wish I had much more experience in mathematics so that I could look at these kind of things and figure out, like, what they were talking about. Like, I recognize a lot of the symbols, but this is not math that means anything to me at a very quick glance. Notice me. It didn't last long. I will say, like, a little bit of a compliment here towards Assassin's Creed, at least in this early level. It wants me to air assassinate. I can do that. Or not.
There she goes! Just give up!
Oh, you have a gun. Look, I need to air assassinate you, dude. So we're just gonna be here for a little bit, okay? How did he hit me? Okay. Oh no. proper vision than it seems. Vanish. Okay, I vanished. And then rather than flee, like you probably should do, he is going to return back to his work like any dedicated scientist should. You know, there's an assassin running around
It's
your
time
lab.
to lay
That's
down your
fine.
head, Sir
Stay there.
David Brewster.
But I have so much more to discover.
Do not be afraid.
I'm not. God will protect me.
I will continue your experiment.
You will not stop, Starrick. Miss Thorne has already found another piece of Eden, more powerful than the last.
I will take that one too.
We fight to gain what we cannot take with us. It's in our nature.
Now for the runs.
I have to get out of here, now.
If I have to turn fast, like
Come on,
180,
Evie.
I am absolutely screwed with this camera. I believe this is pretty much a straightforward run.
Keep going.
That would hurt. Right trigger to slide under.
That was far too close. I
Keep
must find a
ourselves
way out.
going. To the narrow gap. See, there's two parts of me. One half of me would absolutely love to explore kind of like building rubble like this. Kind of like tight cavernous spaces, because I love tight cavernous spaces. I'm not a claustrophobic person. However, I really don't like Croydon. I can't read. I'm gonna assume Reservations? I don't know what that word is. And that's Croydon. He's a bad guy. Anyway, part of me would love to explore kind of like old little tunnels and caves and these kind of like dark, compact areas. And then the other half of me sees this kind of stuff and is like, but spiders. Because I love spiders. They are fascinating little creatures. But whenever I'm in enclosed spaces like that, I get very paranoid about the spiders and having a spider bite me. Like, I wish I wasn't as afraid of them, but I just have that little bit of fear.
What explosion?
It's part of the reason why I don't do laundry in my apartment.
Piece of Eden detonated and took the lab with it.
The magic lump of hyperbolic metal. I'm shocked.
Simply because you have never valued the pieces does not
All
mean...
went according to plan,
There was a slight complication.
How slight?
The lab exploded.
Jacob.
You derailed a train.
Oh, he did. Did he?
Well, the train derailed and I happened to be on it. I killed my target.
Brewster is also no more.
Then all in all, a successful mission in spite of you two.
What about London?
What about it?
We're wasting our time out here.
You know as well as I do that London has been the domain of the Templars for the last 100 years. They are far too strong yet. Patience.
But the Templars have found a new piece of Eden.
Sir David is dead. They do not know how to use it. The Council shall guide us. Sound advice that your father would have seconded. I shall see you back in Crawley.
Patience, Evie.
Ah, the gentle sound of opportunity passing us by.
So what's stopping us? London is waiting to be liberated.
Forget Crawley.
Father would have wanted us to listen.
Oh, Father. You could continue his legacy in London.
Freeing future generations from a city ruled by Templars. You know, Jacob Fry, you might just be right.
Then shall we?
Yes. Let's. Onward to London.
Reach the title screen.
I know. You've only had a taste of our latest acquisition from Abstergo. But I want to check in on Sean and Rebecca. I still think attacking a Templar is a mistake.
Call Dr. Grammatica.
Come on. Where is Isabel? What a lovely surprise.
Our mutual friends will be here shortly to search for the artifact. Once it's located, I'll let you know.
Super. Always a pleasure.
Prick.
It's people like you that give historians a bad name.
I'm afraid I don't have time for you today, Mr. Hastings.
Thank you for making my job easy.
Oh, shit.
It does look grim.
Master Berg, Agent Acosta. Deal with them, please. Move it! Hunt them down!
All they had to do was wait for you to search the data. Their little stunt has put the whole operation at risk. You need to synchronize Jacob and Evie's memories. Find something that puts us ahead of the enemy. Time is of the essence, and lives are now clearly on the line. Good luck.
I'm much more of a fan of fantasy than sci-fi, and the modern day storyline of Assassin's Creed has always just kind of, I guess, it's not my favorite. It's always kind of disinterested me. Like, it's there, I don't mind the additional story, but I just don't care. Like, give me more of this. This is what I want.
I've never seen so many people all at once.
Churning seas of London. It's just the way Father described. Now, to find Henry Green and formulate a plan of attack against the Templars.
Who's Mr. Green again?
The assassin watching over London? Did you not listen the first 3 times?
Listen to what?
Oi, watch it.
Bedtime, sir.
Oi! Come back here, you filthy dipper!
Stop!
Rule 101. If someone bumps into you in a big city and you're suspecting pickpockets, they've probably tried to pickpocket you. Oh, this is not... That wasn't good. Locate the thief. That is called, you failed the mission, but because you weren't supposed to fail the mission, we're going to be really generous and give you a second chance. Oh. I want that shiny first, actually. The other thing too, like the pieces of Eden, they're kind of
you
cool.
little mobsman. Keep it. Well, well. What do we have here?
But
You're on our property.
they're kind of like the pieces of Eden. They're almost like a literal MacGyver. This super powerful item that is like game-changing whether or not you have it. And I just feel that I don't know, they could be better suited to something. Something else. But they're
What else does
it
London
is what
have
it,
to
it is
offer?
what it is. Just because I'm not the biggest fan of it doesn't mean that others can't be.
Find Henry Green. I've always been the quicker climber, haven't I?
Not since we were 2.
Race you to the highest vantage point.
She had a head start.
Not on my watch!
Just saying. This is an unfair race. Right here is the perfect way up.
Where is Mr. Green's shop located? It was marked on Father's map.
2 assassins. Equal in height, 1 female, 1 male. 2 decades old, and those devilish smiles. You must be the Fry twins.
And you are?
Henry Green, at your service. I was sorry to learn about your father's passing.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about Crawford Starrick?
I suppose the Council desires news.
London must be freed to provide a better future for all of its citizens.
Well, thank goodness the Council saw reason and sent you to aid us.
Yes. Thank goodness.
Unfortunately, I am the bearer of bad news. Today, Starrick sits at the helm of the most sophisticated Templar infrastructure known in the Western world. Every class, every borough, the gangs, the industries. His reach extends all across London.
I've always thought of myself as a gang leader. Firm, but fair. Huh. Well, I have uniforms. And I'll unite a mix of disenfranchised outsiders under one name. That's it, Evie. We can rally them to our side.
Oh, like the way that you rallied those card players at the Oakwood Tavern into the river.
Oh, that was different. They beat me at whist. I can see it now. We'll call ourselves the Rooks.
You were never good at chess either.
Have you got a better plan?
Find the piece of Eden.
Oh.
Well, let me show you the lay of the land. Shall we?
I know that
Best way to see any landscape is from above.
Henry Green's probably the most reasonable out of the 3 of them. Whenever they do that whole entire, like, yeah, the council sent us a little bit. It's like, I don't know if it comes to bite them back in the butt in the story or not. Because again, I've played this game before, but I haven't beaten it before. But at the same time, it's like, whether or not it does, it feels like it should. Just because
Look at what
happens in
Starrick has
all the
done to the
stories.
city. Whitechapel is riddled with crime. Child labor, despite regulations. A gang known as the Blighters overruns the streets. And Templars manipulating behind the scenes. As in all the other boroughs, we need to return this city to the people who built it in the first place.
We will free London from Starrick. You have my word.
Am I Rooks?
Miss Fry, your passion is inspiring. Come, let us return to my shop, and I can bring you up to date on the rest.
I'll also say between their 2 plans, personally, I'm a bigger fan of Jacob's plan. Just because, again, I don't like the Piece of Eden, but like the whole entire unifying a city storyline, always
One of
good.
Starrick's gang leaders.
Why does he want you?
He's after some of my more arcane research into one of the precursor artifacts.
The Piece of Eden.
So tell me about these Blighters.
In search of an army, Starrick gathered up the nastiest of the underworld. Some of the city's gangs tried to prevent it and were slaughtered for their efforts. Now, only Whitechapel's clinkers remain opposed, but they're no match for the Blighters.
Well, let's shine these clinkers up then, shall we? They're just the sort we're looking for.
You can't be serious.
Evie, they're ready to fight and oppose the Blighters. This is my chance to step in. Look out, London. Here come the Rooks.
Now we're all gonna run. Now you finish talking and then you're like, let's sprint.
Confound this city. No one looks where they're going.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Bloody Drood. I'll never finish it at this rate. Only Providence knows where those words are headed now. Well, I must get to work replacing them. Should you ever be in the mood for a tale or two, you can always find me where the ale is warm and tempers are hot. Ta-ta!
What an odd man.
That Mr. Fry was Charles Dickens. Knows everyone and everything in the city. If I were you, I would keep that connection in your back pocket. Kaylock's gang is nearby. They must not follow me back to my shop.
We'll take care of it.
Here, you might be able to use this.
Oh God, I hope so.
My carriage is nearby. Make use of it to throw them off my trail. I will meet you at the curio shop.
Just gives him the weapon. Immediately, oh, I hope I get to use this. The characters...
That's the way. We need to lead them away from Green.
Jacob and Evie are probably some of my favorite characters because
The carriages are easily damaged.
rush in, right, gives them all of that. Right into that wall. Carriage driving in this game is so sluggish.
They've gone.
Now to return to Mr. Green.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You're relentless.
That relentlessness will see me become
One thing I've learned about my time,
George would do nothing of the sort.
because right now I'm living in
Whatever's left of
Somerville.
the Creed would perish under your control.
Harsh words,
It's mostly
dear
important
sister.
just to learn, not to try to turn around, just to keep
I do
making
hope
right
Mr. Green
turns
will
down various back alleys
Don't
until
tell
you
me
get
you
where you're
fancy the bloke already.
And what do you suggest we do if our number one source of information turns up dead?
Starrick can't be that hard to find. I say we turn the carriage round and go find him.
This is why you aren't in
And
charge.
I fell off. This is embarrassing. There we go. Hop on the carriage and drive. Maybe drive? I was trying to go first, thank you. I thought B would be brakes, it turns out B is just hop off the carriage. The more you know.
Whoa!
It is left trigger that is in fact brakes.
That's a girl. Let's go.
Ready? Here's our
Doing
stop.
fine, girl.
Let's just park this right in the middle of the road as we can. I'm a very considerate driver.
Did you give them the slip?
We gave them more than that.
Who are all these people?
Over the years, I have established a number of connections across the city.
Splendid. We'll need focused aid.
Focused aid. We take over Starrick's gangs, we cripple his control.
You're not aiming high enough. Starrick has influence in every branch of society. We need to match him.
I see what you're saying, Evie. We need the Rooks.
You are not starting a gang called the Rooks.
I believe I may have an idea of my own. We will need the police to turn a blind eye to activities. My ally in the force, Sergeant Aberline. I've heard he's a master of disguise. Next up, urchins.
Urchins?
Urchins. Children make for excellent spies.
Clara O'Day.
Smart as a whip, that one.
Finally, you would be wise to remember that Starrick never acts alone. There are gang leaders in every borough. You'll meet them soon enough, no doubt.
Rexford Kaylock, known for his ability to vanish before your very eyes.
Should we make him vanish for real?
I suppose.
One moment. A Templar target you might want to look into. Be cautious. It's
It's rough out there. No, don't worry about me, Greenie. I can handle a few thugs.
Right. It's kind of talking a little bit about the London map and control.
What's the plan then, oh mighty planner?
You're the one with the grand ideas. The gangs, the fights, even the outfits you'll wear. Perhaps you should lead the way.
If you insist.
One of the things that I wish... I don't really need progression logs. One of the things that I wish that they had a little bit more... I'm trying to think the words for it. I wish that there was a little bit... Oh, I have a lot of money. Just realized that. You can't see it because my camera's blocking it. But I have 2,500... 25,360 pounds. Which is a whole lot of money. Probably won't go too quick, but we're going to upgrade this. And nope, I can't wear that one yet. So I'll upgrade this one. Let's do some item upgrades, kind of get everything sorted out here. I will have certain... There will be certain items that will have unlocked already, just because I have played this before, and they're kind of like either special mission items that unlock for future playthroughs. There's a couple different things like that. So upgrade that. In hindsight, let's take a look at outfits, though. Here's where we might have... Creature's Rags isn't quite good. These are probably better than what I'm wearing. But at the same time... I think we're just going to stick with this one. But we are going to upgrade it. Just because that increased breast knuckles damage. Colors, though. This is where things get important. Do I still have it? I don't have it. Yeah, we'll have to do those. That's probably one of my favorite colors in the game for certain outfits. What do we want to do? Teal, beige, forest green, beige and blue, gold. Kind of like the beige and blue. The Ubisoft blue is a little bit too vibrant. Ooh, the teal is just a little bit more of a subtler version of that. I don't know how to pronounce that color. Taupe? I'm gonna say taupe. Probably sound like an idiot, but I'll just own it. Forest green's a bit too bright, I think, for this outfit. The gold, turquoise, and terracotta is kind of nice, but I think I like the teal a little better. So I'll go with the teal for now. We're also going to do skills. Because I have some skill points. We're going to grab, obviously, the loot takedown. Go vibrant? Okay, I'll go back and go vibrant in a second. And let's see, for Jacob, I don't plan to do a lot of scavenging stuff right from the get-go. But the Eagle Vision one is super useful for figuring out what you need to do. Because you can kind of see through walls. But I want to get some combat stuff too. When your combo reaches temps in your next army puts the target in near-death state. That one's really good. That one's also good. Health. We're going to do health and Slayer. And we've reached level 2. Okay. we're going to do this kind of in a very balanced sense, where there'll be a little bit of deciding which items to get first on the line, but we're going to get everything that we can on this line before moving to the next. But let's go back and get... can I, like, mark these as red? Because I hate that little arrow. Yeah, we're just going to leave them, though. Okay. So going vibrant, what do you think was best? Like was the forest green or like the Ubisoft blue? Those are kind of the ones I called vibrant. I'm assuming this is the one you were talking about, but it could have been this one. You think either of them? Well, which one do you think's better? Forest green or Ubisoft blue? Or do you prefer one of the others? Blue? Okay, we will go with the blue then. Let's go back through here, because we did level up. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. Purchase and equipped. And we will upgrade. Part of 100%ing this is that I will be trying to upgrade every single item in the game, which will take forever, and I'm not sure if that's actually required to 100% it, but I do want to do it. We're also going to purchase and then upgrade this, because I will have Evie kind of remain to keep the cane sword. And it is good to have a bit of flexibility. As you can see, the knuckles are always good because they kind of increase stats relatively evenly. But then this is really good if you want to have that little bit of extra stun, and then these are really good if you want to just double down on being lethal. I don't have any Kakuris yet. The gauntlet is always just kind of a upgrade as you go type deal. Firearm still can't use other than the first one. Yep, let's upgrade and equip. Just have a little bit of a better belt. One of the things that does annoy me is I wish the belts were better blended in with the outfit and the colors, because they are independent, but it's okay. It's okay. And now we're poor again. We only had 8,000. Oh, switch characters. Now that we've done all of this work. Oh, the blue does look really nice, actually. Good call. Especially like, in the light of the game. Everything's a little bit darker. It doesn't feel as neon. It actually stands out really good. Right. Let's do a... I'm trying to... I pushed it in. What do you want from me, game? Oh, 1 second. I think I know what's happening. The game is deciding that, because it's a Steam controller, that right-click doesn't exist. So we're going to fix that real quick. I do apologize. Eventually, I will get this set up to not just generic things. Click action. That's exactly right. Didn't have it set to right stick. Click. Okay. Let's get back to the live screen. And there we go.
I've got this.
6 skills currently available. Let's start with weapons. Oh, let's do skills first so you level up. That's probably best. Okay, and I think for you, health's very important. And I'm actually going to have you be my good little resource gatherer first, because I'm gonna play as, I think I'm gonna play as Evie for a bit up front. And last but not least, Scavenger. Ba-ba-da-bum. Now we can come to inventory. Going to equip that. Assassin's Gauntlet's already good. Firearms already good. Capes, however. As mentioned, we aren't going to be using that one, but we are upgrading it just for the sake of everything. But this is kind of like one of those things I was talking about, where like, that red cloak, nice, it looks really good. Thrifty cloak, which once I've upgraded it, is going to be the better option, doesn't look as good. It's like a down step in terms of how it looks. And I just can't, like, that's not something I get to control. But you also do have several outfits. Elise, Aveline, if we want to go a little bit piratey. The steampunk garments. You like the more patched one? These are all kind of special outfits you unlocked with points. The cloak. So you prefer the kind of patched pattern one over the red one? No, you prefer the you prefer this one. That's the one you're talking about, I'm assuming. But I can't equip that one because it's level 3. I will be equipping it once I hit level 3. But right now, we're just going to keep the patched one. And go with... I think the blue is definitely too vibrant on this outfit for her. I don't necessarily like the teal. 4 screens, kind of lovely. Kind of like the taupe. I kind of like the beige, though. It's a very bold choice. Well, actually, don't mind the gold, either. Ooh, gold or beige and blue. Both of those are good. Gold's got a rich yellow, but the beige has got that nice salmon kind of accent there at the bottom. Oh, this versus terracotta. Yeah, I think we are gonna go with the beige and blue. Yeah. And have to deal with... Okay, the cloak doesn't look... The patched cloak isn't ideal for it, but it's not the worst. I wish it wasn't as green. That is what it is. The hood. You like the green? Okay. There you go. Hello. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. Because you're gonna come after me. And there's a cop right here. Except you're not following me. So kind of lost its fun. Grocer and tea dealer. Sounds like my kind of shop. Okay. Let's see, on top of roof, what do we got up here? Where is... I gotta open up my map. Okay. What should we do first? I think Templar missions is what it wants us to do. So I think we're just gonna start with... Is that a Templar mission? I think these are the Templar missions. This might actually just be... mission. We're gonna go with it, though, because it is closest. Just closest mission first. Wait till I get my grappling hook in here. Need supply to restock. That's how I switch. Okay, I was trying to remember how to switch what I had there. We're gonna keep the pistol equipped. Because I don't plan to use the throwing knives a lot right now. I'm gonna kind of keep the pistol on hand to be a oh crap weapon. Okay. I don't think there's any good ways to quickly cross over, so we're just gonna do a bit of straight jumping here.
Wait there while I sharpen my axe.
Oh, €5. They have, or pounds, not euros. They have upped their wallet budget. The £3 gang is no more. Okay. Here we go. And there's Jacob, looking nice and styling in the blue outfit. There we go. There's a chest right here. So I'm gonna try to grab that chest first. Oh, you're gonna be angry. Hi. Random death of a guy. Okay. Walk down. Let's play this mission. I love these like little time-lapse scenes as a mission loads in.
I don't see Mr. Aberline.
Well, we tried.
You can also see the red
I
fist.
may know a thing or two about that splendid fellow you're talking about.
What's this?
God's sake! Are you trying to blow the gaff?
What?
Sergeant Aberline, at your service. I presume you're the Fry twins Green mentioned.
I was expecting you to be a policeman.
I was expecting you to be discreet.
Henry Green said that you could help us go unnoticed.
This is how it will work. I will give you the names of criminal gang members. You will bring them back to me. Quietly.
Oh, we'll be as quiet as an old lady. A very hairy, strange old lady that looks a lot like a policeman.
Whatever you do, try to remain within the bounds of the law, for my sake. I don't need any corpses at the station. Approach the target from behind and attempt to make them talk. Then bring them to my carriage, carefully.
Just this... He is so fantastic. Anyway, I was mentioning this, the red fist, that's the sign of the bad gang. And once we take over, I do believe it changes. So now, this is kind of like camouflage. We are hidden in a group of people. We don't want to kidnap a police officer.
She's an intruder!
Or now we're going to get the tutorial about kidnapping out in the middle of the fight. Bit of a fight here. long as I don't kill him, it doesn't get mad at me.
Just try to catch me now!
Optional.
Get off me!
Bring the target back alive.
Just try to catch me now!
This is going very poorly. Very poorly indeed. Okay. Where'd he go? Pretty sure he's gonna try to run this way.
Just try to catch me now! Someone! Get this lady off my back!
Is that his voice? It's not the voice I expected from him. He sounds like... for lack of a better word. He sounds like Peter Pan the Teenage Pirate. Not this big, huge... gang leader. Oh, for the love of...
Someone!
There we go.
Someone! Get this lady off my... Oh, for God's sake!
Let's do this.
There we go.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh, there's a guy coming that way.
Someone come quick! I wonder what that's all about.
If you want to live, don't make a sound.
Need to find a wagon to put him in.
What's that over there?
It's knocking him out. I think knocking him out probably counts as killing him.
I hope that doesn't involve ice now.
Ha-ha! Oh, for God's sake!
Quiet and I won't hurt you.
Oh, for God's sake! Ha-ha! Just try to catch me!
This guy is getting on my nerves.
Just try to catch me now! Someone! Get this lady off my back! Oh, for God's...
I don't think that counted as killing him, so we should be good.
God help me! I'm going back home!
If we fail the mission, we fail the mission. I'm requisitioning this carriage. I hope you don't mind some company. Okay, we are gonna try to do... I'm just trying to turn it...
Come on, bloody Pegasus!
Gotta take my own advice. Driving in a city, you got to just
There you go.
find the nearest road to turn. Run over everyone in the process. Okay.
There you are. That's it.
Again, because I knocked him out, I'm pretty sure he's going to still count as alive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have that as an option. But
Here now. Come on.
it's been a while since I've done this, so I could be wrong. You can always do the mission later to kind of do the bonus objection completion.
Would be glad to see him behind
It
bars.
counted as him being alive.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted.
Come on now.
'Cause that guy was being an absolute pain to deal with. Alright, let's continue and get back onto going. Bounty hunt complete. Oh, and that was one of the missions. Because I did clear out that area. Well, keeping with that, we're just gonna pick the next closest location now, which is the Templar hunt. Here's a question. Are you still watching the chat, Favorian? Still think it shows that you're watching. Should I play as Evie or Jacob? I'm gonna shout it out to you, whichever you prefer. I'm a little bit indifferent at the moment. Flip a coin. That's a good option. I seem to take care of these guys. We'll do a nice little. I don't think I have a coin to flip. Dead. I have a phone app. So you can do something out there. Ouch. Okay. So, do I have a coin nearby I can flip? Don't think I do have any coins on me.
There's been a murder!
I'll just use the app real quick.
Help! It's murder!
Do a coin flip here. So, heads Jacob, tails Evie.
Murder! The killer is getting away!
And
My word! Help!
heads it is.
There's been a murder! Murder! Murder!
So Jacob it is.
There's been a murder!
Let's do a switch. Yeah, I just did a Google coin flip.
When I catch you, you'll be
I was thinking about switching anyway.
Move along before there's any real trouble.
Not for me, for them.
Stealth kill the messenger.
You can't escape!
Make mistakes.
That was perfectly stealthy. Nothing but stealth there. You can all attest that I 100% did that completely stealthy. And anyone who says otherwise is clearly has an agenda against me. Okay. Infiltrate the area, assassinate the target, and escape.
Only about a dozen, sir.
I love these Victorian markets. You get these just big, tall glass buildings, and they usually have, because when we see it, it's always like this very kind of pretty blue color, but this all would have been polished copper at one point. It's just that kind of rusted copper. It's such a beautiful color. I can't wait to get that added to Minecraft. It is going to up the ability to do steampunk builds so much. Not even steampunk, just Victorian in general. He did not even give me any chance to react. Try not to sneeze.
No Bobbies in sight.
That was one of those weird internal sneezes where the pressure left, but I didn't actually, like, get rid of the sneeze. Okay, so he's there. And it wants me to kill him with a crate of dynamite.
You see him? He shouldn't be here!
It's easy enough to do.
No, how about I make you smile from ear to ear?
This will stop him! Punch someone in the face all bloody day!
I am trying to do something, and it's not letting me do it. It's not letting me ignite the dynamite.
Someone's here! We'll finish this together! Keep making a run for it!
Alright. That's embarrassing. It would have been so clean, but I just wanted to do the stupid optional objective. That's what I get, trying to be a completionist. That's okay, though. Unlike Dark Souls, this is a game where there's absolutely no penalty to failing. Other than having to walk my sorry little butt back over.
No,
to that marketplace. I see you on the map. There you are. Beautiful chest, you. Didn't need to put my hood on, but I did. There we go. Get some of those crafting resources. Yeah, this is part of the reason why I love this game. You really get the sense of the Victorian fashion that wasn't necessarily high society, where it's, you know, like a lot of these people are intentionally dressed a little bit more like disheveled than necessary. But like this guy right here in the right, you know, he's got like a little bit of it looks like a scarf. He's got a vest, tie, just kind of is dressed nicely. Or that guy right there, he's got the top hat. Like, it's not necessarily the high society fashion that we're used to seeing whenever people talk Victorian.
No bobbies in sight.
Out of the way! He's in my line of
Get
sight!
that bastard out of here!
I won't lose you this
Clearly,
time!
someone must put an end.
I just want to ignite a crate of dynamite. That's all I want to. There's one right here. And I am holding B to ignite it, and it's not letting me do it.
I'm not keen to find out what happens next.
Okay. We are going to apparently not run away. This area, I hate this area already. Okay. We're gonna do this all day. Not gonna do it with the crate of dynamite. Just too many people standing up on this stupid crate here. There I died. Take a breather. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. The problem is there's two ways to set off the explosive crates. One is to shoot them and one is to light them. And so when it wants me to explode those crates, it's like I either try to shoot them very loudly, or like my original goal was I'll just get in close and light them. But it's just not working because they notice me. The moment they notice me, it's not letting me light them. Okay, we're gonna do this quietly. Social stuff through here.
Only about a dozen, sir.
Excellent. Soon all of London's blighters will be armed to the teeth.
No bobbies in sight.
Good. Distribute the dynamite and carefully.
Very good, sir.
We want this to come into the
So
blighters'
that's the one
hands
that I
without
want
harm.
to hit.
No mishaps.
Identify. Here we go. Harold Drake. Complete this challenge. Kill target with good dynamite. Doesn't tell me anything I didn't know
I'm in trouble now.
already. Other than I
How
don't
many crates
believe
do
I
you
can
have left to
shoot that
distribute?
from here.
Only about a dozen, sir.
Excellent. Soon all of London's blighters will be armed to the teeth.
No bobbies in sight.
Good. Distribute the dynamite then, and carefully.
Very good, sir.
We want this to come.
Stop him! He's going to die! You're a peasant, aren't
No,
you?
don't walk onto him. Hit the crate of dynamite behind him. Okay. Well, that was much bigger than expected. We need to get out of here. I hope that counted. I'm 90% that counted. Sure that counted. But holy crap, I did not realize how big of an explosion that would be. Let's reload that while I run. Didn't feel like trying to fight him. Okay. Okay. Aiming with the Steam controller, by the way, is no small feat, which is part of the reason why I was trying to avoid it. But we got it. We got it in the end. Let's do... So we're all the way over here. Let's go to that one next. I think that is the next closest. We'll loot him. Got a 2-shot handgun. We have 6 bullets total. I think 10's the maximum you can get. And it doesn't really, like, address this, like, where you get them from. Hi.
Why don't I come over there and give you...
But now we start to have our friendly, identical, except for
If you
green.
please don't collect the body, the rats will.
Gangsters. These are our friends. You can tell that they're friends because they are wearing green and the bad guys are wearing red. Something that I really wish, one of like my only nitpicks with this game is that there is very little explanation as to where the rooks come from, and even further less customization. It is one of those things. I need a lockpick skill. Well, looks like we're going to switch to Evie because she has a lockpick skill.
Please, allow me.
Okay. And also level up. Ooh, new colors. We will take a look at those after skills. Okay, oh, so that gave us the kidnap skill automatically. We have 1 point. I'm going to grab the eagle vision for her, which is probably one of the first things I should have grabbed for her. That's okay. Nothing new in any of these, or there shouldn't be at least, and I'm not level 3 yet. So I do a double check. We did get a new... Did we get a new cape? I don't think we got a new cape. But it's telling me we got a new cape. Well, I think I can craft a new one, maybe. But it doesn't help if I can craft it, but I still can't wear it. Oh, and it's telling me that I unlocked these outfits again already. Whatever. Oh, did I ever upgrade? I did not. We are going to upgrade this outfit. This is a good fallback outfit at least, while I get currency to upgrade the rest. And because, again, currency is still blocked out at 1,288. Because with the camera, they put it right in a spot where no one can see it. Okay, so here's the new colors. Green, violet, and gray. I actually really like that. Ooh, what are your thoughts, Vivorian? Green, violet, gray combo that we are rocking right here. Or anyone else in the chat, you know? Doesn't just have to be my wife who's chatting. I just know that she's watching. It's kind of muted, so you prefer the beige. We'll leave it at the beige then if you prefer the beige. Or that one right there. Let's take a look at Jacob though. I'm going to come back to playing him. But he should also have another skill point. And we are going to grab lockpicking for him, just so we don't have to switch between the two of them as much. But let's see if the green looks It's still kind of muted. A little bit. I think it looks better on him. But I think I'm going to leave it as the blue unless you feel otherwise. Or anyone. Again, anyone in the chat. Feel free to voice your opinions. If I had points, I would probably put one of the point goals to be able to customize outfits in here. But I don't have points yet. We'll get those someday. Someday we'll get a nice little points reward system. Okay. So yeah, the green, violet, and gray, or for him, leave it at the blue, which I am actually quite fond of. Just figured I'd give you a chance to shout out. Chat's being delayed, so I can open it back up. And now we have the Rook's sign, which is a slightly floating. Can you see that? It's like not actually on the barrel itself. It's just a flat image put above it. Anyway.
Serves you right.
Well, you just...
Someone police when you need them.
Glad to know that my little gang can do some good things. I actually don't mind their green outfit. I just wish, like, there was some way to customize their outfit colors. Okay, so that's where we need to go. Let's have a nice stroll there. Now that... Ooh, nope, we gotta go back and appreciate this, man. This is a dapper gentleman. I mean, look at that. That is like proper. We got the flapless neck, the top hat,
More trouble from the
like a
rabble,
slightly reddish purple. I forget what they're called. One of those. I want one of those. Oh, why is everyone running? You just murdered someone. Don't do that in my territory.
Maybe you'll change your attitude if I come up.
Also, you're entirely blind if you didn't realize your friend was dying there. No, they killed the guy. They, like, flat out killed the guy. Sorry, I wish I'd been paying better attention instead of admiring the dapper gentleman, who is gone now. He'll live on in our memories, Mr. Dapper Gentleman. I mean, like, even these outfits, though. Like, that's a good little power outfit. The single-topped button coat. Keeps you nice and warm. Got two of them. Question is which one of them needs to go home and change. Can't wear the same outfit to an event. Anyway. You gotta remember, it's B to open things, not A. Okay.
Very good.
And is this what I think it is? So collectible. Illustrations. We will be taking a look at illustrations that we get, just because these are always just a fun little thing to look at. The Easter Monday Volunteer Review at Brighton Skirmishes. Just some good classic Victorian art. We got some wonderfully kilted men with glorious beards. It's this guy front and center, like... Oh, hey, yeah, you can't see my mouse. This guy right here. That kilt, the hat, the rifle. That is peak. You don't want to see that coming over a hill from you in a fight. That's like you are doomed. Good Scottish man with a thick beard. Anyway. Don't care about the present days. Anything else? Conquest activity. I don't care about those. The red alerts, they bother me. But just for the sake of everyone watching, I'm not gonna go through and acknowledge all of the alerts.
Walk on, stupid nag.
That will definitely be something I put in for a point reward, though. In any kind of game like this, is just acknowledge whatever alerts there are. Hello. Goodbye. Hello.
Is that a cadaver?
Say goodbye. save.
Right, I'm coming at him.
Classic song. Okay. Yeah, run away from the murderer. Ah, panic.
I'm not so far!
Honestly, if you look into historical context, the kind of drive-by assassinations that you see are the ones that we know a whole lot more. Like, they happen a little bit more frequently. Because, like, if you're going to be an assassin in, like, the olden days, you aren't going to, like, try to break into this heavily fortified place 90% of the time. Like, it does happen. But what you're going to do is you're going to wait till there's a nice public location, and you're just going to do something like that as you walk by. Blend into the crowd, one and done. Or even more commonly, I think what you would see is the those cops are going to be after me too, probably. What I think you'd see a lot more often too was the grab this run away from them. You kind of see a little bit more of that running kind of crowd method, or even assassins who expect to be caught. That's another really kind of common thing. The assassin who knows he's going to get caught, but kind of still actually tries to get his target. You see that a lot in like kind of historical contexts, or just general like. It kind of depends when we're talking about like. Oh, cops can apparently climb roofs. I didn't think they could.
I've got a bead! Got it!
Has there been an Assassin's Creed game in ancient Rome?
You're not getting up that easy!
We've had Italy. We've had ancient Egypt. We've got the Viking one. If there hasn't been an Assassin's Creed set in like ancient Rome, like imperial Rome, they really need to fix that. That was like Rome like invented the concept of assassins. Like, the amount of times that you would just see an emperor, or the amount of times like just like Roman history, ancient Roman history is super fascinating. You're like studying it and you're like, and this emperor got assassinated, and this emperor died, and this emperor, like, I don't think most emperors of Rome actually died of natural causes. I could be wrong. I'm sure there's a YouTube video that explains, like, goes through the deaths of all the Roman empires. History YouTube is an amazing place. But nothing immediately comes to mind.
Not good.
Where are the clues?
Must be one of the clinkers. Good place to start.
Free you. Let's run over to free the other one before anything bad happens to him.
Must be one of the clinkers. Good place to start.
Did I free the other guy, or did I just kill the people?
Of course I did, my friend. Now I'd like to talk to you about a little organization called
Okay, so I guess
the
we do
Rooks.
have some explanation about where the blighters are coming from, or where the rooks come from. Now we just need to find out. Let's see. Let's climb up here and then use our eagle vision and kind of see what's going on. He is going to run right into trouble. No, no. No! I have like props to a random NPC there who decided that he could take on 3-1 without antagonist armor. Don't know his name, but may he never be forgotten. start the mission to do the objective? No, I'll come back and do it as when we do our bonus objective clearing. That's when we'll come free up, because both of the blighters got them, or both of the guys I saved got themselves killed. We can always come back and try to do this a little bit more properly. Again, we'll have a cleaning up stream at some point where we just go through and do bonus objectives. Is this a marksman? I feel like you're a marksman or something. Yep, there's your rifle. It's all of them. Nice burning of the banner there. Apparently they give me bonus reputation candy, which you might expect, but that's what it is. Oh, and for those of you who haven't played Assassin's Creed Syndicate before, what this little tutorial, the Whitechapel area, is doing is trying to kind of show us the, I dare say, variation of kind of missions that you're going to get in this game. So we had the assassinate a target mission, we had the kidnap someone for the police mission, and that was the just take over a stronghold mission. The last one we're going to do, which is right over here, is the kind of free the children mission.
You seem to want my employer's attention, Mr. Fry.
Oh, I positively crave it. But you'll do for now.
As you like.
Now this is basically because we freed enough of the area. The gang leader has decided to attack us. He's taken off. Normally, actually, for better or for worse, kill the gang leader in this fight here. They don't normally peace off like that. And then if you do manage to do that in the gang fight that you have to do to take over the area properly, he won't be there to help. It just makes it a much easier. You gotta go soon. That's fine. What time is it? How long have we been streaming? About 2 hours. Probably wrapping up pretty soon.
How are you, sir?
About how long do you have? And if it's something that can be shared in chat, where are you going? Oh, yeah, I know where you're going. We are good. You got 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure I know what you gotta do. Which also brings the fact that I gotta go myself pretty soon, too. We're just gonna do this last mission, and then I'll wrap up the stream. Unless you want me to... Actually, let's just wrap up here. We can start the next stream off strong by going to doing that last mission and taking the gang fight. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. It's a good place to wrap up the Assassin's Creed stream. Let's see. I don't know how many viewers I have, but I do think we are going to do ourselves a little bit of a raid. But while I kind of get that set up, I'll give this a nice pause. I do want to thank anyone who's joining us and watching us. This will be one of the games I do add into my little bit of a rotation. It's kind of done at my wife's request, Favorian there, so we will be seeing mostly streams when she can be watching. It's going to be a bit more of a... I'm probably not going to get this one. This one will probably be less scheduled than the others. We'll kind of see what happens, though. I don't even have a schedule set up yet, but we'll kind of play it by ear. In the meantime, let's see if we can find ourselves a good little raid target. Because I do believe... If I'm right, yes I am. Noctis is streaming. Noctis is one of my favorite human beings. He's part of the reason that I'm streaming. He's the one who kind of convinced me, gave me that fast little push to start streaming. And I try to base my streams a lot of him. He kind of brings this really positive, chill energy that I'll try to be mimicking. So while I go ahead and read them, I just want to say, let's thank all of you for joining me. I hope that you can go out there, enjoy the real life, and just do your best to have a wonderful time. Remember that even if you do have a bad day, you can always try to make the next day better. Thank you for watching, and remember, you're always welcome back. Let's get this raid to Noctis set up. 2 viewers are ready. Don't know how many that we got going, but we are going to happily go over there. He's playing some Stardew Valley, a wonderful, relaxing game on a Sunday. And let us raid.
Hey, Daffy's back. Daffy's ready with the party too. Daffy, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, no, I found the house. How are you doing, you lovely individual? Okay, I don't know whose farm is over here. Do you want me to water your plants or not?